So we'll talk a little bit about the setup that I use. I won't get in too much to the basics of rope soling, but it's going to be talking more about my setup specifically because it is pretty unique. I'm out here at the sunny side of Morrison, right outside of Denver, Colorado. So yeah, so what I got here, you know, like I said, ground anchor, yada yada, upwards pull, yada yada, and I do everything with 2 ropes. So everything's basically, I take the middle of the rope and tie figure 8 bunny ears, and then if I want a 3rd piece, a bunny alpine essentially, and then that's going up to my upwards pull. I just have like a little night eyes gear tie to hold upwards tension, and then that's coming back to my 2 revos, dual revo setup. And for these revos, I have them on a single, this is called a yoke carabiner, gives it good play, works really well, and that goes on to my upwards held attachment point, which is actually a sternal on this harness, sternal attachment point. So that just goes there. That way I can just kind of reach everything really easily. And the cool thing about this is, you know, with the Revo, there's a lot of failure modes with one, but actually using 2 of them does kind of fix a lot of those failure modes, like rope getting de-sheathed and stuff like that. You know, in the case of a really severe fall. So having a second one that's completely independent of the first, apart from, you know, the carabiner, but that is addressed by being on a steel ANSI carabiner. So device itself is completely independent, and I've got my organizing draw for my belay loop. And then I'll put that into a shunt. So 2 ropes held upside down. So this isn't a backup. The other Revo is the backup. This is just for holding rope weight to make this feed a lot easier. So give myself a little bit of cash loop. Clip that guy to my side. I actually like to kind of clip it a little bit behind me. I do still have to step around the cash loop, which isn't ideal, but it's not terrible either. I can just kind of keep things nice and organized, well organized with this setup. Get my chalk, my Kraglev chalk. It's carbon captured and made with seawater. So I'll put on my my rack here in a minute, but just to kind of show you how this works. You can climb. You just have to, you know, take up slack on your own as you're climbing below. But then everything does track really well. Once you actually start climbing. But yeah, so everything comes out of the cash loop down into the sharp end. And like I said, cash loop's just holding the weight. So it might get a little twisty if you have some memory in your rope, but nothing too terrible.